Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of My Transition. One of the things that I want to touch on a little bit today is coming out. It's a personal thing, but coming out is obviously disclosing to people something that you feel inside. And to preface this, I think anyone can come out. Trans people can come out of the closet. Obviously, gay people can come out of the closet. Heterosexual people can come out of the closet. People can come out of the closet about anything. And I really do think, since we all have secrets, that means we all have a closet. Everyone has their closet that they're afraid of coming out and other people finding out something about them, whatever's in the closet. Closets can really run your life with fear and with anxiety. It can stop you from having healthy relationships. They can cause you to have destructive relationships and destructive behaviors. So I think closets, while they serve a purpose, and I don't want to criticize them, from my experience and at least from what I've heard from other people, coming out of their closet was one of the best things they've ever done for themselves. So if you've got a closet that you're trying to come out of, here's some advice that I think could be helpful. So number one is find other people who are like you, whether it's online, whether it's in your community. If it's about gender and sexuality, you can go to some resources, or the local LGBT center in your city. Of course, you can find a lot of these communities online. If there's somebody, it's a classmate, even if it's somebody that you're not necessarily already friends with, or somebody that you may not have normally been friends with, a lot of times friendships can blossom from just having common interests. So I say find yourself community. That's the most important thing, because none of us want to feel like we are alone. And the truth is, if you feel like you're alone, it's honestly just a feeling, because you're not the only person going through what you're going through. I don't care what it is. You're not. It's important to know that. There's other people who understand it. There's other people who have already been through it. And later on down the line, there's other people who are about to go through what you're about to go through. So having a sense of community can bridge all those gaps. So that's number one. Number two is trust yourself. Trust your instincts and know that whatever mistake you feel like you're gonna make, it's not gonna make or break your life. Granted, some things can be crazy. Try to use good judgment, of course, but trust your feelings and trust your instinct. If something's telling you that the situation's not safe, or if something's telling you that this is where you belong, it's probably where you belong. So trust your instincts. And the third thing is dare to take that step. I know that fear can hold you down. It can drive you crazy. When I was just coming out of the closet as a trans woman, I kind of seeped out of the closet, my experience. I didn't really just have it, I'm out of the closet. I didn't have that moment. I found community. I found some really close friends. I don't think it's a surprise anymore that one of my closest friends is Laverne Cox, and she was really instrumental in, she and some other fabulous trans women were really instrumental in showing me love and not really pushing me in one direction or another. I kind of told them how I felt. Of course, my feelings changed over time, or they've developed over time. And they didn't rush me into anything. They didn't tell me, oh, this is who you are, or this is what you should do. They just kind of were there for me. And so I found my sense of community. But another thing that I did was, I remember being afraid to leave the house, presenting female in the early times. And this is so strange, because I've been doing drag for more than 15 years before I came out as a trans woman. But for some reason, even after having walked out of that apartment, feeling fierce in a gown and a wig 1,000 times over the past 10, 15 years, that moment that I was actually about to have to leave the house during the day was so terrifying to me. And it was all in my head. It's true. There are people who target trans people, and there are people who victimize us and discriminate against us. And I've experienced some of that, as I'm sure as I'm sure many of you have. But the fear that wanted to stop me from leaving the house is possibly even more damaging than someone discriminating against me. Because if someone discriminates against you in our country, then you have repercussions. You have things that you can do. You can, make a complaint. You can sue them. You can get to safety. You can remove that person. But if that thing that lives in your head that's holding you down and kind of poisoning you still there, then you're gonna have a hard time continuing to do the things that are good for you. So trust yourself to take those risks. I had to step out of that house no matter what. I was in tears, I was fearful, and everything that I was afraid happening didn't happen. Girl, people were like, yes, bitch, work, you look great. And I realized it was worth it. And I think that's the point, is taking that risk is definitely worth it. So those are my tidbits of advice. If you are thinking of coming out, or if you have a friend or a family member or a lover who isn't out and you're not quite sure, of course, you can hit me up. I'll try my best to respond in a video. I get a lot of messages, so the best way for me to respond is to do kind of a follow-up video, and I would be happy to do that if you have any specific questions. For now, that is my transition with Miss Peppermint. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I've got lots of shows on, and I'm getting ready to do yet another Ask Peppermint segment. And I need to know what you all want to know. I get lots of questions all the time, and I'm going to try to answer most of them. If there's a question that you have and something you always wanted to know, or a suggestion that you have, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll take it and I will put them in the video. And you will be the subject of my next video, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all about you, with me, together. It's about us. So I will see you very, very soon in an upcoming episode of Ask Peppermint. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys really soon. Hey! Now these are some of the sponsors that have made me feel gorgeous all season. Check them out. Thanks for watching the video. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. My Broadway parody medley with my sister, Miss Sherry Vine. Check it out right here. Go ahead, click it.